Hi everybody and welcome to tutorials by markmla.com. This is a beginner's tutorial and we're going to learn how to create a simple snowflake in Illustrator. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you want to do is hit File New to create your new document. I'm just going to go ahead and name this snowflake for now. And I usually set it to 5 inches by 5 inches. You can set it to any size. And if you click on the advanced here, Illustrator likes to do CMYK standard, but I like to switch it to RGB for web, and 300 resolution is fine like that, so I'll just hit OK on that. Okay, let me get my size right here. Okay, and a quick shortcut to get your document to fit the window is you can hit Command 0 and it'll fit the document into your window. So the first thing I want to do is pull out my rulers. Actually, we're going to pull out a rectangle tool. So we go over here to the rectangle tool and we just click and drag and create a pretty lengthy rectangle. And then we want to get our move tool over here, and you can also hit V to get to that. And for our alignment, when we get to the move tool, our alignment options pop up here. So we want to align to the artboard. So if you look up here and you click on the drag down menu, you can align to artboard, but you gotta have it selected so that you see your options here. And then I want to just center it perfectly. Now switch to the zoom tool, which is down here, or you can also hit Z and you can click and drag right in the center like that. And what we want to do is get as close as we can to this so we can make our guides right in the center. So the next thing you want to do is pull your rulers out. Your rulers are under the view menu and you go under rulers, show rulers. And then if you drag your mouse up to the ruler, click and drag, you'll see that you pull down this little dotted line, which is going to be your guide once you let go. You want to do the same on the other side so that you have a guide right in the center. Okay, now click and drag to zoom out. And then switch to your move tool again. So now in Illustrator we have these rounding tools, which are pretty cool because you can now round your rectangle however you want. So if you see that they're all 4 of them are active like that, it'll round every corner. But if you get your direct selection tool over here, direct selection tool, also A, and you drag over just one corner, you can just round one corner also. So what we want to do is grab the whole thing and then round our corners off like this. Okay, now that we have a rounded rectangle, what we want to do is create some circles. So we'll get our circle tool. Underneath the rectangle tool is our ellipse tool, or you can also hit L. And you just want to click right here in the center, and if you hold down Alt, it'll make the circle centered. But if you let go of Alt, you see your circle is like this. So you want to hold down Alt, and then you want to make it proportionate. So you also want to hold down Shift. See, if I let go of Shift, it's no longer proportionate. If I hold Shift, it's proportionate. So you just want to get used to practicing this, so it just becomes natural to you. So we're going to make the circle about that big. And now we want to get our move tool using the V, or you can click it up here. And then you want to hold down Alt or Option, click and drag to put it up here. And then if you got to hold Alt and Shift again to make it big, centered, and proportionate. So we want that one to be bigger. We actually want this one to be a little bit higher. And you see right here, I'm moving it up and down and it's staying in a straight line. The way I'm doing that is just holding down shift. Okay, so we have these two right here, which I'm pretty happy with. This is just, you can just eyeball it and decide what you're happy with on this. And then what we want to do is reflect these two circles. So we want to click this one, shift click this big one, and then we want to hit O for reflect, or you can also go right here and you can see it's the reflect tool and it's O. And now we want to hold down our Alt option and click right in the center, and we want to say horizontal over here, and then we want to say copy. Okay, so now what we want to do is select all of this with the V tool over here, the move tool. And again, we have our alignment options, so we want to align everything centered. You don't want to hit the horizontal alignment because it'll make your circles all centered like that. You want to hit the vertical alignment. Okay, and now what we want to do is combine all of this together. This whole shape, we want this to be one shape. So what we do is we go on our Pathfinder tool panel over here. If you don't see it here, you could go under window where you can find a line and you can also find the Pathfinder. So this first option here on the Pathfinder combines every shape that is selected that overlaps each other. So you can hit that, and now your shape is, now you just have one shape, everything's connected. So you want to select that, and now we want to rotate this to make our snowflake. So we're gonna go over here on your tool panel and then hit the rotate button and Alt option click in the center. So when I'm doing this, I'm holding down Alt or Option, and then I click, and then it gives you a preview of how it's gonna look. I already had it set to 45, but you can change this and set it to any angle you want. Make sure your preview is on, because if it's not on, then it's not going to show you what it's doing. And then you want to hit copy, and then you want to duplicate that effect, those steps. So what you can do is hit Command D, and then if you hit it twice, you'll have an effect like this. So now this is a snowflake. It's your option if you want to combine it. So I like to combine it. I'll select everything and then combine the shape together. Okay, and then what I still like to do is we want to get our ellipse tool again. You want to hit L, or you can go up here to the tool panel. From the center, you can click and drag, hold Alt and Shift again. And then here you can subtract that. So now on our Pathfinder, you want to subtract that shape from there. Okay, so if you drag this out, you're going to see that there's an empty hole there. Okay, and that's basically how you create a simple snowflake in Adobe Illustrator. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to visit markmla.com for more tutorials, services, t-shirts, and other goodies.